If you wanted to center it, what you could do as well is make your box. We have pieces that are 1.5 inches by 3 inches that tend to fit perfect for logos like this. Those are the white plastic ones. And then what I can do is I can take this S. I have a multi-arrow move tool I can select. I can just click on any point, move that into the center, save it, go over to WinCAM and import it, drawing, MSU, and hit OK. Now this looks a little bit odd. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the setup. I'm going to define the unmachined part and okay, so I've created my Spartan S on a different size block. It's 3 inches by 1.5 inches. And the mill, I'm going to go over to the other side and I'm going to show you what that import looks like. You have a 2 by 2 inch block here, which is the default size, and this one is outside of the mill. Our clamp, our vise, doesn't extend to 3 inches. There's a work envelope right here in this green dotted line that are our limits. So what we have to do is we have to turn this S on its side. So I'm going to go back to AutoCAD. I have this drawing here. It's very simple. I can just choose the rotate button, rotate, and I'm going to pick any corner. I'm going to pick the origin corner. I'm going to rotate it down on that corner. Next, I'm going to highlight it again, and I want to reposition it. So I'm going to move it. I'm going to select this corner, and I'm going to have it snap in the origin. So I want everything to go off to the right and up. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to go over to WinCAM, import my MSU DXF. Voila. But notice that the program doesn't think that it's the block is the same size. It's still working off the 2 by 2, which is in the background. To change that, you go to Setup, Define Unmachined Part, and you have a bunch of values here. Well, I said our machine was, or our block was 3 inches by, so that's going to be the X value, by 1.5. The D is the height. Normally you want to type in 1 for this because we're going to use 2 blocks stacked on top of each other, so it extends beyond the vise. So we don't actually cut into the metal vise. And then when you do that, CZ is 0.25, so a quarter of the material is going to be exposed above the vise. So I'm just going to hit OK, and you'll see it'll snap into place. The other video already covered how to write the code, but I'll continue on with this very quickly. Go to machining, turn the spindle on clockwise, select the 1/8 end mill, choose the pocket milling icon. We're only going to have one pocket. It's just going to be the S. So I select it, and there is a gap. When there's no green check selected, there's a gap. There's an issue in the file. So I'm going to just close off that. I'm going to zoom in on our area. And what it is it looks like there's a line off here, a stray line. So I'm going to go back to AutoCAD. I'm going to delete that guy, hit save. We'll do a re-import. MSU. When you import, a lot of your settings are reset, so you have to turn on the bit and you have to turn on the spindle direction every time. It still doesn't like it. I'm going to pause here. We'll come back. So we're back with the Spartan S now. I had 2 attempts where I found issues with it. The second one I had a stray line, or the first one I had a stray line. The second time I had a slight overlap where I did not snap my drawing together precisely. So I had to go back to AutoCAD, change that, and re-import it once again. So I came back to Pocket Mill. My green light checks up, or highlights up, so I double check it. And I'm going to cut the same values, 0.15, 0.05 per pass, so 3 cuts to get to the depth. I'm going to choose 20 for my FF, 20 inches per second, or per inch, and 2,000 revolutions per second. And that would be a finished product for the Spartan S. We'll save that.